Hey everybody, it is Wednesday night. It's time for Super Geeked Up. Woo-hoo! All right, hey everybody. My name is Jeff. This is your weekly geeky pop culture show. We talk geeky topics, play fun geek-themed improv games. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're in the live or watching in post, but I already see Josh, Pierre, listeners mate Michael, and Chaz are here. Thank you guys so much. I'm joined as always by my co-host, Fernandez.
Where's Pierre from again?
Oh, he is from France.
Bonjour, Fran.
He's actually not. I don't think at all. Sorry, Pierre. But I know you wanted me to do the French accent.
You had me because I know he's European, right?
That may be true. Sorry, Pierre. Remind us. If you are from France, that's really awesome. Anyway, yeah, but we do have viewers all over.
If you're named Pierre, you have to live in France.
Pierre, please, you must move to France right away.
It's a requirement. Yes.
If you don't already live there, or Quebec, which may be closer, depending on
an asterisk next to your name.
Anyway, here, let me introduce our awesome guests. They do a lot of things actually, like Mystery Science Theater 3000 writers, zookeepers, writing books, doing role-playing games. Anyway, it is Matt Conant and Lauren Cipollo. Welcome.
Hello. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We'll talk about all that stuff later on the show that they do, folks, so don't worry. And hello, hey, Chaz. He says, hey, Jeff, Francis, Lauren, and Matt.
Hello.
Thanks for
Hello,
being here.
Charles. Charles Chaz.
Chaz. He goes by Chaz, yeah.
Chaz.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Why not French Polynesia? Sure, why not?
Sure.
Yeah,
True.
maybe he's from there.
Like, Martinique,
Yeah.
the island would be okay.
Is that like how many asterisks is? That's how we.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
how you know where the Pierre
Right.
is.
Categorize it.
Right. Each.
Right.
Right. Sure.
All right. So, wait. So Francis has an important thing to tell us before we get to our geeky question. What is the new?
All right. So I've been seeing a lot of people talking about having Riz.
Is that R-I-Z-Z?
R-I-Z-Z, and it is someone's suave seduction skills and their ability to attract someone.
Oh, you know why that's appropriate? Last week we were talking about Rico Suave, the song Rico
That's
Suave.
true. That's true. Yeah, and yeah, we did.
So wasn't it called game? Isn't it just having game? Or is that
That's a new term for game.
the new term for game?
Is that for having Riz?
Not your
Exactly.
old-
not my term for game, which was already newer than whatever I would. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, Chrysath, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Riz.
Riz.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
We got some
tapping.
Riz.
So is that what you say though? Like, yo, I got Riz?
Yeah, you ask if you find out someone's Riz. Do they
Or
have
that
Riz?
person's got Riz.
Mhm.
All right.
All right. Start using that.
I don't
Putting
know.
that into my vocabulary.
Good, yeah.
It will never come up in my prayer.
Maybe we'll have to see who has Riz on our Let's Geek It On dating game later tonight. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we will see.
Anyway, before we get to that, though, folks, we're also going to play Universal Translator, but we're going to talk our first super geeky question, which Francis has for us.
Yes. Well, look, Matt here definitely has some Riz, also some drip, if that's your thing. And he's also been
So many things. I know that one sounds kind of gross, actually.
drip is
actually
apparently-
good.
People about my drip. Yeah.
It's whether or not you have style, like clothing style, is drip. So
Obviously, he does. Just look at him.
look at the yeah, they both do. Look at the controller.
I know. I love the controller.
Yeah.
I mentioned on the pre-show.
So Matt's been writing the past 3 seasons of MST3K. What mainstream movie would you like to see given that MST3K treatment?
With the disclaimer that I cannot do any of that, making that happen or bringing that to fruition, but hypothetically.
Right?
This would-
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I asked this because, I mean, you guys always do like B movies, right? You like really bad movies usually. But
Generally, yes.
I was like, there's plenty of also bad.
Oh,
A-list
B
movies,
movie.
yeah.
There you go. The B movie. That'd be
And
great.
it's like, and it's fun. Like one of the things you kind of learn doing it, and is that it's a skill that can be applied universally. Like any movie, no matter how good. Like I love The Matrix, you can still do a great riff on top of The Matrix.
Never.
You know what I mean? Like there's plenty. To
Well,
be-
particularly if it's the sequels, you could.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's not even,
Keanu Reeves is flawless. I can tell you
Right.
that now.
Well, no, Keanu Reeves, absolutely, he is flawless. He's the man. Let's see here. What are these words? You whippersnapper speak English.
Oh, sorry.
Good.
I'm
not
with
the
you.
only
Yes.
one.
Agreed. No idea.
All right, Julia, wait, is this your choice? Do you want to do Undercover Brother? Wait, was that the one with what's his face from SNL? Sorry, no, that was really specific.
The guy was in that.
Tim Meadows? Is that Tim Meadows?
Meadows is under. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, that's a good one actually to do the Mystery Science Theater too.
Yeah. Agreed.
The original Super Mario Brothers of the 1990s.
Oh, that's gotta have been done, right?
That's come up a bunch for me in the last.
Oh.
I mean, obviously, Mario Brothers, the new movie coming out, means everyone's talking about compare and contrast.
Quite different.
Yeah,
Those
but like it occurred to me, like if the one that had just came out when the other one did, and vice versa, I would probably have loved both of them so much. Like that was exactly what 10-year-old me wanted in 1993. And then this thing, I'd be like, all right, some weird, dark, creepy cyberpunk thing with like this weird dictator Koopa guy. Like, well,
Yeah.
okay.
It kind of fits modern sensibilities, so I could actually, you're right. I can actually see it working better now than back then.
That's funny.
Totally.
I don't know.
By the way, Chris Sance loves what's his face. Thank you, Chris. You understand.
So great in that
He
thing.
/ she is the best.
Oh my God, Marcia, you're catching us live. Yes, you usually can't watch live. So good to see you. Thanks for being here, Marcia. We're talking what, if you just joined us, what mainstream movie would you want to see get the Mystery Science Theater 3000 treatment? I guess apparently the Super Mario, I'm assuming he means the 90s, was riff tracks, I guess he says.
I think Matrix was riff tracks too. They've done a lot of them. So.
Cool. Anyway, all right. So Matt,
Yeah.
what one would you like to see?
It's a good question. I think so. The one that would just like, if someone was like, this is the one you're working on this season, if they could get the movie Dark City from 1998. It is one of my favorite movies, but it also has just so much weird in it that and like a lot of silence, like a lot of good moments where you could just be like, I'm gonna talk about this for 30 seconds, whatever is happening right here. So I'm going Dark City.
Nice. What about you,
That's
Lauren?
a good one.
I'm just picking one of my favorite movies, but I think it would be great. Jurassic Park.
Oh yes,
Well,
one of our favorites as well.
Really fun
Yeah.
to have just dinosaurs and that would be good.
Yeah,
Yes,
I can see that.
absolutely. Yeah, friends and I love that movie. We got some choices in the chat here. Tammy says the Fearless Vampire Killers. That's a cult.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know
Okay.
that
Yeah, I
one.
don't know that
Yeah.
one.
All right,
Cool. That actually would probably work.
Yeah,
well,
it sounds up
actually.
their alley. Yes.
UHF, Jalou says.
Interesting. Don't do a lot of comedies. Like that's pretty rare to like cover a comedy because it's like usually a movie that's trying real hard
Yeah.
Right.
and like takes itself very seriously and just fails on so many levels.
Yeah.
UHF would be interesting, but it's like tough to top the jokes that are
Right.
already in there.
I was thinking of other movies, favorite movies, and I thought of Clue, but I'm like, it's a comedy already. Like it'll be hard to
Yeah, it's
make
true.
jokes on top of jokes.
Yeah, so to some degree. So it's great if it's a movie that's trying to be a comedy and sucks at
It
it.
was really
You can let's make the better joke that was supposed to be there. Or we can just sort of, some of my favorite riffs from other episodes I didn't even work on are just when they're like, okay. Like on top of whatever that scene was. So,
All right, Francis, I guess we'll get our answers here. So I think I would like to do pretty much any of the Fast and Furious movies. However, However, Francis, the one I want to do first is what I haven't seen, but you told a few weeks ago on the show. You said in one of them, Tay Diggs and Ludacris go take a car into space. So that's the one I want to start.
that sounds
Yeah.
okay.
Past 9, yes, they do take a car into space.
All right, why not?
Yeah.
I need to know the science behind it. I'm
They
good.
No, there's not.
Apparently, this podcast, you need to explain this.
Well, they just kind of
put like duct tape over the air vents. Like, there, good, we're good.
I want.
That's basically what they did, right?
Okay, all right.
Essentially, yeah. You're not far from how it actually happened. So,
All right, I am a screenwriter.
You are.
No, just solved it.
All right. Oh, Marcia's picking one of my favorite movies here, the Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
That would be great
Custom.
too. Except it's also like I agree with that. Also, like Men in Tights already basically is its own riff tracks on top of.
Jalou says Iron Eagle 2. The old basically 80s Top Gun kind of knockoff there. Although I like the first one. Let's see here. Oh, The Adventures of Pluto Nash with Eddie Murphy. That's what listeners would like to see done.
Could see
That
that.
one, yeah. Battleship. It was such an awful movie. One can only improve it.
Did not see Battleship.
Yeah,
That was,
it's bad.
was Michael Bay?
I know
Did
Rihanna
Michael
was
Bay,
in
I
it.
don't know if Michael Bay did it. It was,
It was just Michael Bay as.
it might have been.
Okay.
I mean, any Michael Bay movie, pretty much. Yeah,
That's true.
could
I'm
get
gonna
the
ask a
treatment.
really dumb question. Was it based on the game?
It is.
Oh, all right. I feel
It is based on the
There's
game.
aliens, right? Aliens are.
Yeah, but it's so stupid. It's not. The only reason it's just there's a battleship in it. That's why it's the game.
Their missiles are the pegs.
What?
Yeah, their missiles are in the shape of the pegs
Who
from the
is?
game.
Who is the aliens?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh, so the battleship is the good guys and the aliens are the bad guys.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like our armed forces versus aliens, basically.
I see.
yeah, okay.
All right.
And you
Cool.
get then
Because that's totally what happened in the game.
Yeah,
This kind of makes me want to see it more.
I know. I didn't know the game had so much lore behind it.
Somewhere. Yeah.
The secret lore of the board game Battleship.
That's why the instruction book is like 70 pages
Oh,
long. for
if I just would
Battleship.
have opened it.
Yeah.
Right. You've only read the beginner's guide, Lauren. to the-
Quick start.
Yeah. Version 2 was very different.
Yes.
Let's see here. Oh, I already got a killer soundtrack, Tammy says.
Oh, all right.
Marcia says Hook. She would like to see Hook get the
Ooh, all
treatment.
right. Cool. That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. And then Johnny Mnemonic talking about a Keanu. If any Keanu Reeves one needs it, it's this one, I feel.
Yes. So I loved the short story, the William Gibson story that it's based on, and like watching, and I was like, ooh, it's one of the few like Gibson things that I think has actually been produced as a movie somehow. They keep trying to make Neuromancer, and they haven't pulled that off yet. But Johnny Mnemonic doesn't quite do it. It would be really a lot of fun for Mystery Science Theater.
How many megabytes is your brain?
Johnny Mnemonic. It's like a 15-page short story, but it's great. If you ever read it. Fun.
Or Michael, I don't know what the giant claw is, but I guess you'd like to see that from the 50s.
Oh, I have heard of the giant claw. Yeah, it's one of those classics, classic in its terribleness kind of movie.
I hope it's about just a grabber machine with a giant claw trying to get prizes.
Right. It was the spin-off of Toy Story.
Yes. Oh man. Okay. Well, there you go. Good reference.
All right, cool. Wait, Francis. Oh, wait. Did we get yours, Francis? What movie do you want to see get the MST3K?
Oh, hello, other Matt. Once again, we have another Matt.
Another match.
Yes, Matt. Lots of Matts. Thanks for being here, man.
There's
Yeah.
always more than one. We can't
There's
go
always
for
They're everywhere. Oh, every corner you turn. Yes. Mine. Look, I did a whole podcast where I had to watch terrible movies. I've seen Troll 2. I've seen The Room. I've seen Rock and Roll Nightmare and Chopping, Mall. All these terrible, terrible movies. But my favorite terrible movie I think I've seen that I don't think ever got the treatment was Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
Oh,
I'd love to see that. Where the very first line in the movie is "What's up, my lesbians?" So you got it.
What?
This gets better from there.
Is that what Jesus says?
That's what Jesus says in the intro of the film. Yeah.
Excellent.
No, it's
There
great.
was-
Wow.
There was a great episode of Mystery Science Theater this past season called The Christmas Dragon. So if you have not seen that one,
Pretty great.
check it out.
Oh man, Christmas has everything.
I know.
Yeah,
It's the
spoiler
two
alert.
best things.
There's the dragon, and it's Christmas.
Wow,
More Matts the merrier. That's right. Speaking of Christmas,
That's
more Matts
true.
the merrier.
Agreed.
Right?
that's very
Yep.
true.
Jalou says, I never know how to say this.
Gigli.
Gigli. Yeah. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai.
Okay.
That's just what it says.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right, cool. Awesome. If you can keep putting your choice in the chat there, folks. Oh, by the way, if you just joined us, Matt, or anyone else, we're talking about what movies you want to see get the MST3K treatment. So you can keep putting those choices there or in the comments if you're watching in post. But we're going to move on to our first geeky game. It's called Universal Translator. So this is where Francis and I actually are going to speak in fictional languages, and Matt and Lauren are going to translate what we're supposedly saying. So, folks, we need suggestions from you guys. What languages, like Ewok or Huttese or Klingon, would you like Francis and I to speak in, or other weird things like that? Put them in the chat. We'll decide. Oh, Marcia, you're naming another movie I actually like. I know Jersey Girl got a lot of hate. But, I actually enjoy Jersey Girl. It is another Bennifer movie. Yes.
It would be, yeah. It would also.
Oh, they're back together now, actually, aren't they? Didn't they just get back together? Affleck and Lopez, I think.
It's possible.
I think so. Tell me in the chat. It's possible.
I don't have the proper. What's the term for being cool now? To know things. Someone has
to be in the know. Yeah.
What is the term for being?
What is the
cool?
term, Francis? Like to be in the know on things.
Yeah.
Come on.
No idea.
No? All right.
You people are on TikTok. I don't know.
This part of the movie, I would agree, Marcia. You could definitely poke fun of that. The Sweeney Todd part of Jersey Girl. Look up a movie called Freaked. Randy Quaid, Mr. T. Wow, voice of Bobcat Goldthwait and the other guy from Bill and Ted.
Yes, I love that movie.
Oh, you know, okay.
Yeah, I know that
Freaked.
one.
All right.
And Alex Winter, I guess.
Alex Winter. There it is. Alex Winter.
Ted. Well, Ted's not.
Bill is.
Was he Ted, or was it? I thought he was.
No, Keanu Reeves was Ted, I think.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves was Ted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
No.
All right.
I know.
All right.
So yeah, Tammy's yes. It's okay. I was right. They actually got married recently.
Somebody.
Oh, there you go.
Tammy, what's the word for how knowledgeable you are?
Is there a word?
I think Marcia's saying the movie Valerian. That
that
could get the treatment. That could get it. Yeah.
Yes.
What is it? Full title: Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Yeah.
It's a
I've seen it.
On a movie like The Fifth Element,
based on the French graphic novel, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was actually really hyped for that movie, and it just didn't really.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Needed some work. I've got more, but I'll leave it at that. Could have used some work.
Oh man.
Let's see here. All right, so let's see. We got some choices here. Rico Suave for our accents. Drunk Hillbilly. Dothraki from Game of Thrones. Gungan from Star Wars.
It's always good.
Which, by the way, because it's Jeff and I, feel free to go ahead and add, an adjective to that if you want to get weird.
Like Drunk Hillbilly? Oh no, that's kind of
like Gungan's too simple. We need to take it out.
Like Italian Gungan, you mean?
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right.
You know how they do that to us.
Being translated.
Yeah, seriously.
They do. I enjoy Jupiter Ascending actually. So, but you could get the treatment.
Yeah, I put Jupiter Ascending and Valerian both in the same category.
Okay.
Of like you can watch them on mute; they're very entertaining.
Elvish, sexy Gungan. There you go, Francis. Sexy Gungan.
Oh boy.
Oh, Navi from.
Oh.
That's right. The movie is now on Disney Plus, I believe. Right?
Is it now?
Yes.
All 7 hours of it. I hope so.
Yes.
For a second, I actually was like, "Wait, is it actually the extended cut that long?" I could believe it.
At least 3.
It is 3. No, it's definitely 3.
Yeah.
Well, the original was like 3, right? Yeah. I mean,
I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, me too.
It was
3 hours. Yeah, or a little over 3 hours, maybe. Actually.
Yeah.
There was a lot of water.
There was a way of water.
It was.
There was a way of that water. Yeah.
There were several ways of water.
There were.
Maybe.
All right, which accent do you want to do, Francis?
First, I need Tammy to tell me what a Scottish woolly is. I think she means Wookiee, though.
Wookiee, Scottish Wookiee.
Yeah.
They're very woolly. The Wookiees are woolly.
Woolies are like furries.
Only if I can be Grandpa or Itchy. One of the.
Ooh, parcel tongue. I might want to do that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
What's Mondo Chiwa?
Oh, that's Fifth Element.
What Lilu speaks?
No, it's one of the alien race. I think they're the
the bad guys.
Ones in the big suit. The bird-headed ones are the Mondashi ones, I think. And
okay.
Like
Yeah.
Beginning.
Mm-hmm.
No, they speak English. Then the Mangalores are the ones that are like the bull-headed guys, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
that's a great movie.
So
Stoner Druid.
Droid.
Either or.
I want to do a droid druid. Yeah. All right, Francis, what do you do?
Oh man. Okay. I guess I'll do. I mean,
Lilu
you got it.
language. All right.
I was practicing my
No, no.
parcel tongue. Sorry.
I guess she spoke Mandashi one too. Makes sense.
Oh, she did? Oh, no, Lilu language.
There you
Okay.
go.
You're saying words.
The divine language.
Ooh, so I was actually very cool. Anyway, I'll do parcel tongue. What are you gonna do, Francis?
I'll do sexy. Sexy Gungan. Even though
Yes,
I'll just
do it.
instead of using actual, because Gungan uses English.
But they also have their own language.
Have I heard it? Have I heard?
I don't know. Just make it up.
I'll make it up. But that's the whole point of this game, right? Is to make it
Yeah.
up, right?
All right, folks, give us a scene. What is a parcel tongue wizard and a sexy Gungan? What are they doing? Where are they? Give us a scene, and we'll kick us off. And again, Matt will translate for me. Lauren will translate for Francis.
I just like that super giggling valley teenager is a language.
Yeah, because you're just giggling all the whole time.
Right.
I want to know when the whole hand under the chin became a thing.
Wait, who does that though?
So I guess.
Or do you mean like this?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
supposed to be what's
Does
cute now. You put your hand on your chin.
Just one hand?
Oh, just one hand.
That doesn't look cute.
Well, because
Not.
because we're not cute, Josh.
Oh.
Josh. I called you Josh.
Damn it! That's the problem.
Yeah, Jeff, not cute.
But if we did this more cute.
You have to put the hand underneath.
I know.
It's better when they do it. Yeah.
better.
That's
Yeah,
there you
it's
go. When Lauren did the head,
Oh,
that was
Lauren,
good.
you
Yeah.
got
She
it.
did the head tilt. That was good.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Standing in line for the latest big game release at GameStop. Trying to stop summer solstice sun from setting and stop dust from. Oh, well, today is the first day of summer.
Oh,
Oh shit! It is.
Yeah.
Oh man, longest day of daylight.
Longest.
I haven't
yes.
been outside. That sucks. Actually. Shit.
All right, Jeff. Time to open the window.
I had.
Let the
Well, no, my
sun
windows are
come.
always open. I closed it for the show. Actually,
Let the sunshine in.
there's no snow. I'm in East Coast time. It's dark.
Oh, that's right.
It's sun where you guys are.
I know. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I was gonna say, look at that background. Just
Yeah,
like,
look at all the nice sun, LA sun streaming in.
uh,
Like totally hanging out at Dragon Con. All right. Let's do the GameStop one because I actually miss the days where I would stand in line for a midnight release at GameStop because now you just, order it, the digital copy that releases at midnight.
have you ever been in line for a like?
Dude, I've been in multiple times. I would wait in line absolutely, man. At midnight, I would go there and wait in line with
done that.
other awesome geeks.
Yeah, I've only done that for
releases.
midnight showings when they used to do actual
Yeah.
midnight showings for movies.
Yeah, yeah. I've done it, yeah.
I've done that, but I've never done like.
See, but all that stuff now, you can't do that anymore, man.
just download the thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very sad. Sad about all our.
All right. So a wizard who speaks parcel tongue and a sexy Gungan are standing in line waiting for the latest big game release at GameStop. You know what? I guess still, if you got a physical, you would wait in line in the morning still. You could wait in line for it, I suppose, right? The day
Well, they
releases.
do midnight. They did midnight releases still.
Do they still do them? Okay, cool. Great. Good to hear.
Yeah. People still.
Let's
do
say it's a
all-
midnight release, then that's more exciting.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
Sure. It can be a thing. So.
Yeah, people still get physical games.
Right. Sure. Well, people buy like the extra box set. Like I know people who get the collections just.
Oh, yeah. Some of the
thing.
collector's editions, those are nice.
Yeah.
Gotta get the statue. You gotta get the statue and the steel book and all
Yeah,
that
man.
stuff.
Hey, man, when the first Arkham Asylum game came out, I got that. I got a Batarang. It was like really awesome.
Oh, cool.
No,
It's like
that's
a full-size Batarang.
All right. Yeah, I take it back. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have you thrown it at anyone?
No, it's on a stand, so you can't really throw it. They do that.
You
way.
can. It just has the stand attached.
But it's weighted wrong though, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it's not as cool.
With the
But they
stand.
did that, I'm sure, so people would not throw it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, you hit me with the stand. That didn't hurt at all. Jeez.
Oh God. Hi, Greg.
Greg, yeah, you're totally first, Greg.
Totally first. Yeah.
We're glad you're here, Greg.
Right on time, Greg. Right on time.
Unless it's what is it? D4 in the box that doesn't contain the game.
Diablo 4.
Oh, really? I haven't heard.
Wait, what?
Diablo
you
4 came out this week.
Yeah, but wait, what do you mean? The box that doesn't have the game?
What is
Is that true? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand.
Just like figurines or something.
Is it
or
really? Is that really it? The box that is like extra stuff, but not the game.
like a little post-it note that's like you?
Oh,
We owe you a game.
The
Really
download
one.
codes in
Yeah.
the box.
Yeah.
Right.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
To get the game, go online and pay and download it.
Right. But you have a very nice box, I guess. So
When it came out this week, you said?
Yeah,
Yesterday,
it was-
probably, right?
think it was either this week or last week. It just recently came out. I know that much.
All right, anyway, here we go, folks. Sexy Gungan, Parcel Tongue Wizard, in line at
Thank you for forgetting I
GameStop.
chose Sexy Gungan.
Yeah, I guess I'll start, and then Matt will translate for me, and then Francis, and then Lauren, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, here we go.
All right, ready, Francis?
Ready.
Ready.
I really enjoyed the last Zelda game.
I just like cooked all the time when I played it, and I really hated how all of my weapons fell apart.
Yeah, and when I played, Link just ate fish after fish, and that's all that really happened. I didn't actually get to the game part, but I still really want the new one.
Is that sexy?
Yeah, it is. It's very
That's
sexy.
so
So sexy.
it's
I'm like, what kind
distracting.
of sexy thing can I get?
Well, he's just by default sexy. Like,
Right.
That's true.
He can be saying whatever.
Well, it'll never be as good as Ocarina of Time.
That was me remembering the water temple.
You got really tripped up by the water temple. That was like the easiest thing ever. I did it in like 5 seconds.
Well, aren't you special? Most of us know it's real hard.
It's true. I am very special. That's why I'm waiting in this line, and I'm before you. And I bought the super special box set that has an actual master sword in it. Are you jealous?
A little.
That's not good enough. So I think I'm going to have to go up to the counter, demand my master sword, and wave it in front of your face so that I can see actually how jealous you are.
That would actually be kind of awesome.
And see, okay.
Alright.
Yes. Francis is like, and let's just end there.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
That's
how
a
are you
good
gonna
ending.
How are you gonna?
That's a good, that's a good ending.
Now
No
she's
idea.
gonna actually have to wave something in his face.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Not
mm.
sure. Got ourselves into a corner there.
We're right.
Yeah. That's pretty.
Like, oh, those are fighting words right there.
It
Yeah.
was. No, that was a very good geeky conversation, though,
Nice.
that I could imagine happening in a line.
That actually would happen.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Felt true.
It did.
Yeah. I believe both of your characters. So.
That was actually their meet cute, really, and they just played it out for us.
I kind of want to know if either of you had specific thoughts as to what you thought you were.
No, that's the fun part is
We'll never know.
Although, no, I will say, no, one of them you named when you're like, when you said like something like, "Oh, aren't you special?" That was exactly what I was trying to
All right, good.
like, aren't you all that? Like, just
Nailed
like,
it. Good. Body language. Got it.
the stuck in the water temple. That was definitely not what I was thinking, which makes it even better.
I just saw you tearing your hair out.
Yeah, but yeah, it fit. You're right.
Yeah. It may have been
Marcia agrees. Ocarina of Time is, what is this? Bis? Oh no, is this another one? Is this another term, Francis?
I've never heard of this, so that's a new one for me.
I'm gonna say
Best
that means
in-
best.
Best in show.
Best in show. Best in show.
I don't know.
Sure.
That's my answer.
We'll go with that.
Final answer.
Right.
And Marcia says, yes, Diablo came out earlier this month. Legit, their collector's edition was just collectibles, but no game.
Why would they do that?
So weird.
That makes best in slot. Best in
Close.
slot. Oh,
Slot.
What slot? Like the slot you stick your disc into?
Okay.
Is there sex in Diablo? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I don't think so. Not that I know of. But best in slot usually is like because you have like armor and weapon slots. So I'm curious if that's what you mean.
Tell us, Marcia.
Tell us,
like
Marcia.
a cartridge slot, like that it goes in.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
I'm watching the chat with bated breath here.
Yeah, let us know.
She says, "I'm a nerd." Well, Marcia, you're in the right place, as you know.
Yeah.
None of us are nerds. No, wrong.
Even though they just had a huge conversation all about Zelda, they're definitely not.
I'm
Yeah,
so cool.
we can't even pull that off.
Yes.
Gear
they are
slot.
ge-
Oh, you
yeah,
had
they're
it, Francis.
gear
Gear
slots,
slot.
Nice, best in slot.
It's like your best piece of gear. Okay.
I am learning so
all right.
much slang tonight. This is great.
I know we're learning a lot.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna walk in, like that Steve Buscemi thing. Hello, young
Fellow
people.
children.
Yeah, it's gonna be me.
Oh, I missed this earlier. Greg says, "All I know is if I step in the box and has a D4, I'm going to the hospital." Right.
Yes.
Although you're not really supposed to step in the collector's box, I think, Greg. But yes, I know he's worried about the
Yes,
D4s.
the D4. That's what that's the kind of nerd I am. I went to D4 the die
totally.
before I did Diablo 4, so understood.
Oh, that's what I was thinking too. Absolutely. Yeah.
All you game masters doing this thing. Come on now.
All right. Oh, hey. Well, now you know what. That's good. Thanks, you folks, for your suggestion there for Universal Translator. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's talk to what our guests are going on. They have lots of stuff going on.
Many things.
Many things. Well, since we already talked about Mystery Science Theater, why don't we, Matt? So I guess what is it like writing for that show? Like, so I actually don't know how it works. Do you guys actually write like all the jokes for the show? Do the actors improvise anything? Like, how does it work?
No, it's all written basically. So there's generally, I was always sort of under the impression growing up because I loved the show in the 90s when I was just a viewer of it. And like, I was like, man, these guys are either really, really quick or they spend a lot more time watching these movies than you think they do from just watching it. But yeah, no, it's about, I think the average is about 700 written out jokes per episode.
Wow.
Yikes.
So over the course of a 90-minute show, so they're fast. It's pretty much every line or every 5 to 10 seconds. There's something at least in there. And typically it's about, at least on the Netflix seasons and beyond, it's now on the Gizmoplex is the Mystery Science Theater app, which season 13 is on. Those seasons are all pretty much like 8 or so writers an episode, I think, something like that. And each of them has a mandate usually of delivering somewhere in the order of like 300 or so jokes or 500 jokes per episode. And then they are compiled and the best ones are taken or meshed together and turned into what the episodes are. But yeah, almost no improv particularly, other than possibly the host segments and stuff like that.
So how many times do you watch the movie usually?
A lot. So it depends on the like schedule of delivery for the episode, but typically it's at least and it's tough because like I'll watch an episode all the way through just to have it in my brain, and then I'll go back and, at least for me, try to like figure out which, like, I'll think of a joke for the first 10 minutes here and a joke for this 50-minute mark that's been bothering me here, but then I'll end up rewatching certain scenes, like the episode Avalanche, which is on Netflix. There's like 2-minute sequence of just snow falling, basically. just
Oh man,
snow bury people. So like when there's a line, it's easy sometimes to think of what the next line is, what the next joke could be. But if it's just watching snow, after a while your brain just goes blank and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? So you think about it, and eventually it's like, oh, okay, I've watched this part like 27 times and this finally occurs to me what it is. And sometimes to me, I don't think this joke made it in the episode, but one of my favorites was something I pitched, which was just like the Juicy Fruit commercial from the 80s. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I remember that really. Yeah.
He's trying to grab a stick of Juicy Fruit. And just like that song while the snow is burying people. Like this would kill 30 seconds. So they went with something else, but like that stuff can be fun, but it takes a lot.
I missed that commercial.
Me too. We were just saying they don't write jingles like that anymore. So
Greg says, "Wow, I only watch something that much if I hate it." That's true. He likes to hate watch. And, blank, like the sheets of falling frozen water. Yeah. Let's see. Well, this was made to ask: is Joel and Mike still involved with MST3K?
Joel is still involved with Mystery Science Theater, so I believe Mike is doing riff tracks primarily these days. But Joel is who is basically still the showrunner, or at least one of the main creative minds behind the show. My involvement was I met Joel years ago back in Philadelphia. And it's a long story, but basically the short version of it is I was running a film festival there. He agreed to become a host of it one year, and this was before Mystery Science Theater was back. He was doing something called Cinematic Titanic, which was like a live similar concept to Mystery Science Theater, renting out theaters and touring the country. And yeah, met him. We got to know each other a little bit. He saw my production company where I was shooting videos for commercials and things like that in the Philadelphia area, and eventually started asking me production questions. And one thing led to another, and I learned he was planning to bring the show back, and I sort of helped a little bit with development on that, along with many other people. Eventually, it got to Kickstarter and became the #1 Kickstarter film project in history. I think it raised like $7 million.
Wow. I read that on Wikipedia today.
Yeah. So I think it has since been surpassed by Critical Role, but at the time,
yes,
it was #1.
That's impressive.
And then Netflix picked it up, and then I wasn't involved in production at that point, but we had done a couple of streaming specials back in like 2013 for Turkey Day. Back in, I don't know if this is even still answering the question, but I'm still talking. There we are.
It's fine.
Yeah, great.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, back in the 90s, every Thanksgiving, Comedy Central would do something called Turkey Day, where all Thanksgiving was just Mystery Science Theater with these turkeys of movies was the idea. So we shot new host segments with Joel in like 2012 and 2013 or so. Where he was hosting old episodes, and we did a live stream on YouTube, I think, and maybe a couple other places, and it had something like 150,000 people watching it live at the time. And so he's like, okay, there's still an audience here for this, and that's what led to everything else that came along. So that was a really fun project to actually work with Joel directly, and put masks on the robots and things like that. So it was fun.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah. I forget what the question was, but yes.
Basically, yes, he's still involved. He's still involved.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go, listeners, mate. You got a nice big answer to a yes.
Yep. Yes. Could have just said yes.
No. Love it. Good story. I always love a good story.
So you guys, Lauren, why don't you tell us about, you guys are working on it. I think it's a trilogy of books and also a tabletop role-playing game, right? Parallax?
Yeah. So again, another going around the world to go down the block. The concept of the trilogy kind of started as a tabletop role-playing game. Matt had this kind of universe in his mind, and it had been a script, it had been a couple of other things, and it kind of didn't really go anywhere. And then, I don't know, probably about 2018, 2019, Matt came to me and he's like, I'm trying to put this role-playing game together. Do you want to help me? And I was like, yes. Because it's science fiction and role-playing games. There's two of my favorite things in the world. So we kind of started putting it together. It's set, about 300 years in the future. And the main kind of concept is that we've explored out to the nearest star systems. The world is run by corporations. There's really no governments. It's like Amazon is running the show, not like it isn't now. The future.
Right.
But so the corporations have decided that it's really expensive to terraform other planets. So why don't we just gene splice our citizens to match the environment of the planets? So we kind of have come up with these like 11 or 12 different variants of humanity. So some genetically modified and some cybernetically enhanced. So that was kind of the characters that we were coming up with.
Oh, very cool.
RPG. So that's kind of where it started. And then we went through the whole process of like trying to come up with a system of, mechanics and stuff. So I was rolling up a couple of characters just to see how it worked. And I can't do anything, small. I had to be like, well, I rolled up these characters, so now I need to make their backstories and I need to know everything about them.
Sure.
And I kind of focused in on this one character, and I liked him so much that I wrote a short story, which ended up being 40,000 words, which I handed to Matt, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this here.
I was like, this is not a short story. This is practically a novel at this point. So,
40,000 words.
I really enjoyed the universe, and I enjoyed the concept of the characters. And so Matt was like, I think there's something here. We should work it out. So we worked out a whole outline for a novel. I wrote a novel. Matt's like, I got an idea. So we worked out the outline for that one. Matt wrote a novel. We had these 2 books. We're like, what the heck do we do with this? So we like split them up like a deck of cards and like jammed them together. And then we had a trilogy of books. So
That's amazing.
It was the worst way to write a trilogy.
Not recommended.
Don't do it that way. Don't write 2 separate books and try to put them together. We did it and we love it.
Right.
But not the easiest thing to do. And so, so we actually we're waiting on edits from our 3rd book. So we're almost done. We're like so
we found
close.
a publisher in like 2021 towards the end.
Oh my God, congrats. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Aethon Books. So they're going to be publishing the trilogy.
They do a lot of sci-fi, fantasy, lit RPG, if you have ever read any of that. And we're excited. They seem really good. They're a lot of fun to work with.
Yeah, they've been great the whole
awesome.
time. We're like super excited. We're like so close to the end.
Yes.
No.
I know.
Sweet.
In it,
That's
on book
fantastic.
3, and then I guess all 3 will come out within a few months of each other, probably maybe towards the end of this year.
We're hoping towards the end of the year.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Best way to do it, because man, I've had to wait for books series to end, and then they never do because
Right.
I think that's exactly. Game of Thrones is
That's what he's thinking
wasn't
of.
going to name names.
things people have thought of. But I think Aethon has had that experience probably in the past too, where they're like, people say they want to write a trilogy, but unless we see all 3 books, like we don't want to release one and then have people waiting years and years. So fortunately we had the 3 books worth of material. They just weren't in the proper form. So we had to add new beginnings and endings and character arcs and stuff throughout.
Yeah.
And like go back and read the first book because we're like, what did we say? Like, what happened then?
Yeah, but it's been
Sweet.
really fun.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
By the way, hello, Ariel. It's been a while since we've seen you. So good to have you here. Thanks for watching. So Greg, by the way, does our sister channel, Art of the Roll, which usually on Thursday nights I'm over there playing with him on a Star Wars 5e game. No, not tomorrow, folks, because he's at a wedding tomorrow. But we'll be back next week.
How dare you, Greg?
Dare you
He actually doesn't really want to go, but he's being forced to, I guess, apparently.
Hey, don't say that out loud.
I mean, no, sorry. If Rena, if you're watching, no, he totally wants to go. Never mind. So he wants to know, what are the game mechanics like? Is it D20 based?
Great question. So I ran sort of a test version of this in like a play test, probably again 2021-ish. And I did make it D20 based for that, so it was kind of D&D-esque system, and then I made a whole bunch of different stats for instead of constitution and charisma and dexterity.
Like skill trees, and you can kind of go off into different.
Yeah, but basically D20, and then I think I've been, because we got distracted with novels and having a book deal, we had to kind of deliver on.
Darn.
I know the horrors of that. The RPG has taken kind of a backseat, and we're just now getting back into it.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah. So in the meantime, we've been introduced to games through like Powered by the Apocalypse and Blades in the Dark.
It's one of my favorites, Powered by the Apocalypse.
Yeah. And those are really fun, and I know I like that kind of mechanic more, where something is continuing to drive the plot forward. It's not like, well, I missed, and now I have to wait until everyone else has done their turn for a thing to happen or to move my character's story forward. And I feel like in Powered by the Apocalypse, you can kind of keep, like, there's a consequence. Something bad happens, but the plot keeps moving. So
we really like the idea too of not necessarily having to fight through everything. So being able to, charm your way through or hack your way through or something like that. So just give, people as many options as they can have to play in the way that they would enjoy the most.
Yeah. So we're definitely looking at, as we rebuild this, something where instead of each time you level up having another 8 or 10 or 12 hit points, you maybe get one more hit point, but it's still like if you get into combat, it's bad. Like in real life, you don't want to get into combat because you're probably going to get pretty hurt.
Right.
So we want it to be more like you have to sneak around or you have to use some kind of, like there are so many other mechanics in the game. You know, you've got lizard people who can crawl up the sides of buildings, and you've got like people who can breathe underwater, and people can survive in space and things. So
people can fly.
So
we've got space druids. We've got all kinds of fun stuff.
That's right. Yes, Lauren's favorite species and the one she wrote the books about in the first place are called Signans, and they are the corporations destroyed one planet so badly when they first started colonizing that they spliced people to become sort of these space druids. You can explain this.
You don't want me to, because I'll keep going forever. Anyway, they can convert energy. So basically, they were created so that they could take energy away from mechanical sources and then put it back into the planet to revive the planet again. That was the point of the splice. But of course, it can do other things. They can just manifest that energy physically. So, you know, they can drain the battery of a machine and then, you know, they can shoot vines out of their hands or something like that. And then it can go the other way too, where they can drain the life out of organic beings or, you know, different life forms and then convert it to mechanical energy. But that's really taboo because they're kind of hippies too. So it's, you know, we really did try to put a lot of thought, you know, into the reasons for why these splices were created. And that was just one because, you know, I'm a big nature freak. I love plants and I love going hiking and all that kind of stuff. So it was just one that I really connected to. So if you end up reading the books, you're going to read a lot about one particular segment.
Okay.
About them.
Nothing wrong with that.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Nice. Greg says, and I totally agree with this, I've been getting more into the mechanic light systems. Yes, I'm all about rules light games.
Yeah, it's just, I love telling a good story with my friends. And, you know, I understand, like, battles and stuff are good. You want to have stakes, but I'm just, you know, having to, like, do math and worry about all that stuff. It's a little less exciting for me. I enjoy the story aspect a lot more.
Yeah, I joined a D&D game of a friend of mine, and the game is fun, but he's like, build me a 13th level character. So off the bat, the amount of time that has to go into all of that, and then I'm like, I'm a druid, so I've got these million different things I can be right off, and like trying to figure all of that out. Whereas, you know, we're playing a Blades in the Dark game right now, and it's like, you can carry these items, but you don't even have to decide what they are yet. You can just decide when you're on the mission what you want to have chosen to do via a flashback or something else. And it just gets you into the plot a lot faster, and it's like, whatever weapon you have just does the thing story-wise that makes sense. And I find that a lot of fun. So
Nice.
Awesome. Greg, by the way, who is an awesome GM, says, battle can be fun for sure. I've been trying to make them quick, so that goes back to role-playing faster.
Yeah, I again agreed. Like,
I don't think there's anything wrong with battle. Like I said, you want to have stakes, you want there to be danger, but yeah, like having that balance, I think is the sign of a good GM.
Yeah,
being able to do both.
I enjoy, like, if a typical D&D session is 3 hours long, like 2 hours of that can be one combat, and it's often a lot.
Yeah.
So it's just like, a lot. I think one of my favorite role-playing games we just played for the first time is Alice is Missing, which is almost no rules. Have you ever heard of this game?
I haven't.
Oh, what is this? What is this? Alice
It's like
is Missing?
a card-based game, and you basically have 4 or 5 people, and the concept is your friend Alice is missing, and you are trying to find her, and it's all played via text on your phone. So you're in a group text thread. And you can break off into little side chats if you want, and every 5 or 10 minutes you flip over another card that's another event that happens, or another location, or another item that's revealed. And if anything is stalled, you can like sort of push plot with some other device. But basically it's just 90 minutes of searching for your friend with the characters you've all built ahead of time, and the story changes each time, and it's really kind of fascinating. So
it was cool.
that's my little plug for a game that I have nothing to do with, but it's awesome. So
You had fun playing it.
that's right.
So that's the important thing.
So yes.
We did really like it.
Awesome. Well, you guys should, if you're interested, if Greg's cool, that come on Art of the Roll with us sometime to play.
I would love to.
Yeah. Because actually, lately we've been alternating Star Wars with Greg, and I have been running the new Cowboy Bebop game, which is very story focused.
Oh, neat.
Like,
Okay.
So, yeah.
So are they?
And then also, if you'd ever like to test your own system, we also do streams like that with like test out new systems. So you're more than welcome to come back.
No.
Yes, we're going to have to do that pretty soon, probably. So I went to the Strategicon convention for the first time.
I've been to that in LA. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, in February. Yes, preface in LA. And it was cool just seeing like 3 or 4 new systems I'd never seen before that were just being play tested, and things that I can't even find them online is how early they are. I'm like, that one was cool. How do I play it again? And I can't see it yet. So it's neat to see stuff at that stage of development. So we might take Parallax to the one on Labor Day. I think there's another Strategicon that weekend. So
Yeah, they do a lot of them actually.
we'll see. But we'll bring it to you guys for sure, because I'd love to.
That'd be awesome.
We're recruiting you guys.
Yes, do it.
Oh no!
Oh no, more nerd friends.
I
That's
know.
the worst.
Don't know what you're doing.
Your net is going out there. All right.
Is there like one kind of main site that people can check out for you guys, all the stuff you're up to, or?
Yes, cinevore.com, Cinevore. It has a news page. Oops, we lost him.
Yeah, he does that sometimes. He
Okay.
likes to surprise people and jump
He's
out.
like, man, that's the boring website I've ever heard
I
of.
don't want
Oh, man.
Can we see it? Nope, never mind.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
No, I'm kidding. But yes, my tag is down there at the bottom. I guess.
Cinevore.com, is that what it is? I'm gonna
Yes,
put it up on the screen.
cinevore.com. So that has some links. We also got a Patreon that talks a lot about the projects that we're working on, and you can link to that from cinevore.com. And mostly that has web series that we produced way back in the day. We made a series called Nerd versus Geek, for example, which was about awkward social circles that had to mesh like a gamer group and a Mensa chapter when their leaders became Craigslist roommates. And that was just a dumb concept that I wanted to make 10
amazing.
years ago. It was fun. And then that led to a bunch of other work that eventually led me to Los Angeles. So it's kinda
Sweet.
cool. Yeah.
Tammy volunteers as tribute, I think, to test the game, I think is what she's saying.
Sure.
Awesome.
All right. Yes, everyone contact us online. We will attach you to games and play games with you. It's fun. So in the best.
And yes, Greg has just been making his own. Greg's been making his own system. So yeah, Greg, we're gonna have to try that out on the Art of the Roll at some point.
Awesome. I know. I want to be like, tell me all about it, but he'd have to do it in text, like 4 different messages. And
I know it's very. I think he's a very simple and easy to.
Yeah.
All right, cool, folks. So there you go. Lots of stuff going on with them. Cinevore.com. All right. So
Did
check
you
it
talk
out.
about being a zookeeper, or is that later?
Do you want to?
Oh, we can.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Lauren's been a zookeeper. Well, so Matt told me a lifelong zookeeper.
Yes.
That's what he said you are.
Yeah.
when you
I
were
actually
born?
recently just left the profession, but for 16 years, I have worked at several different zoos. The most notable that people would probably know would be the Philadelphia Zoo in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and then the San Diego Zoo in San Diego. So, yep, it was beautiful there. But yes, so it was weird. I went to school for animation. And then
obviously
The connection.
all fits together.
And then I was volunteering there in Philadelphia. They have their it's the Academy of their Natural Science Museum. There we go. Had a small live animal center there, and just for fun, I was volunteering. And then I was like, "Oh no, I really like this."
I hate when I like things.
I don't like it. No, well, I mean, you spend a lot of money on college, and then you're like, "Oh, what if that's not what I want to do?" So I did try being an animator for a little while, and it's hard to do on the East Coast. So I ended up becoming a zookeeper. I worked at a tiny little zoo in Delaware. I worked at the Adventure Aquarium in Jersey, and then I got the job at Philadelphia. So I worked at a bunch of places in the tri-state area. It was super fun. Another one of the reasons why I kind of got attached to Parallax, because it does have the genetic DNA kind of element to it, and I enjoy all of that kind of stuff. So that was fun for me to play with. And then I came over to San Diego because I was like, where can you work that, if you want to become the pinnacle of zookeepers, you got to go to San Diego, right? So I did. And it was wonderful there. But it's a hard job. And then I was like, I miss being creative. And so now I'm going to try and be a writer. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. And I am just trying my best.
That's That's still pretty good. I mean, look, you're doing things that you love,
Right.
which is, something that we can't, it's not some every day we can do something we love and make it like the thing that we get to do. So, that's awesome that you get a chance to do that.
Thanks. Yeah. So love that I can take all of that previous experience and bring it into things that I'm working on now.
That's awesome. That's great. Sweet. By the way, I'm sorry if you've been asked this a lot. What is your Twitter there? Medic? Are you
Medic
also a
Linden.
medic? Are you also a medic?
Linden is one of the characters.
Yeah, are you a medic?
I am not a medic, but one of the characters in the Parallax game is. So Linden is one of the characters in the Parallax series, and she is.
Okay.
She is a medic robot.
Yes.
This is our last little plug for Parallax. One of the things that people got drawn to was one of the splices you can play as in our RPG is called the Tender, and they are like a robot that's extremely lifelike, an android that you can't tell they're not human, like would pass any Turing test, and to the point where their goal is to basically sell you stuff from the corporation. So they'll walk up to you on the street. You think you're talking to another person having a fun conversation, but they're there trying to sell you. So you think you're being asked out by somebody, but really they're trying to get you to buy them coffee at that coffee shop across the street. And then then they walk away, but they take all the information with them that you just gave them from that conversation. So the next time they walk back, they might look like somebody more catered to what you want to see.
Wow.
Just this incessant marketing technique, and you can play as a tender in this game, and it's a lot of fun for characters to just like keep morphing their appearance and their
wait, are they called a Tinder? Did you say
tender
like
tender.
a bartender or
okay.
They're tending to your needs.
Yes,
that's a
even though they're just walking targeted ads.
Pretty much.
That's an
that
awesome
you can't
idea.
tell our ads until it's too late.
Until it's too late.
As any of
That's
us
a great
could be.
take
I
on that.
could be a tender now. I just told everyone to go to my website. Now.
The idea is out there now, and people
will probably. I know this is one of those when you're a writer for long enough, like you say things into the world, and then someone else does the thing first. You're like,
we're gonna build it, and then now we're just,
I know.
Oh man,
resulting in the Skynet. Yeah.
Marcia says chameleon robots, cool. That's a super
all right,
cool idea.
sorry, good geek out one last
Do
time.
it.
So we have the slices.
It's not the last time.
It's not the last time. We have the slices and the
Sorry.
cybernetics. So usually the cybernetics are geared towards humans. They work the best with humans. We do have a splice called chameleon, a lizard splice, but we kind of made it so that you can, if you're a genetically variant type of person, you can get cybernetics, but they don't work as well for you. So they're really geared towards humans, and you can get you're already kind of cool if you're genetically changed, but so that was kind of like a way we wanted to make sure everybody could still get what they wanted, but there's a little bit of a catch.
Yeah, you can't superpower everybody,
right?
You
We
can't
don't
have
be
all the
OP
powers.
guys,
Well, you want everyone.
You could be a chameleon robot, is what I'm saying.
Like I've heard them say, like in games, if you've balanced a game well, if every class feels overpowered, like if you're playing it and you're just like, oh, all of us, like this is awesome, but so are these 11 things. Like I think that's how they try to build like Magic the Gathering, at least back in the day. It's like all 5 of these colors are overpowered, and you just pick the one you want to play. So then you feel like you're awesome when you play it.
Well, I want to feel awesome, so
yeah,
good.
Exactly.
That's why we play these games,
yes,
right?
I know.
Because I'm not awesome. I want to pretend to be someone
That's not true.
who is.
Chaz is also down for playtesting the game, by the way. So there you go.
Right.
There's a couple people.
Wow,
We
we've got a
have-
group. I think we've got a whole group already. So not that, but keep it coming.
All right, cool, awesome. Let's go to our second super. Oh, this is perfect. Since you were just talking about the zookeeping, that's our questions theme too. So, what animal would you want as your plucky companion on a sci-fi fantasy adventure? I gotta start with Lauren, since she's the expert on the animals.
The expert.
So this is a really hard question because I have many favorites. But you use the adjective plucky, so I'm gonna stick with that. So it would probably be a lemur.
Oh my god, I was just thinking that as my answer. That's amazing.
Yeah, because lemurs are they have their little grabby hands and they're very agile, so they would be really helpful. But they're not the smartest of the primates out there, so they're trainable. So they're not gonna get one over on you. If you have a raisin, they're going to do what you ask them to do. So I feel like
you don't trust your plucky companion.
I don't. No, look, I've worked with too many
Yeah.
animals. I know them too well. I've worked
yeah.
with too many primates. I don't like to work with animals that are smarter than me. they get it over on me every time. So I would definitely go like in the middle, intelligence wise, very agile, able to do stuff, but dumb enough that I can fool them with a treat. So
I'm
I would go lemur.
I'm surprised it's not the obvious answer for you.
They're not. I wouldn't call a bear plucky.
You could have a plucky bear.
Anybody can be plucky. Come on.
I guess you're right. Matt is saying that because I was bear keeper for like 4 years at Philly.
Oh.
So I've had very, very large place in my heart is taken over by bears because I took care of 7 of them at one point. It was a lot.
She was responsible for a baby bear.
Yes, the first bear cub born at the Philadelphia Zoo in 20 years. That was me. I played the Barry White. I did all the things.
Wow.
And that was the coolest experience of my career. I'll definitely say that. And sloth bears, I mean, they could be plucky.
You could
You're
do
right.
a sloth bear.
I could do a sloth bear. Sloth bears are so cool. If you guys don't know what a sloth bear is, look it up.
I didn't even know that you could put those 2 words together.
You can put them together.
So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, sloth bears are weird. They're from like India, and they're mostly termite eaters. So their noses are basically, or their mouths are made to be a vacuum. They just like dig up termite mounds, and then they just suck up termites right out of the ground. So they can close their nostrils. They're so cool, and they have really like cool personalities, and they're smaller bears, so they're pretty agile too.
They have a very narrow face. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Looking at them now.
By the way, Marcia says, you're not awesome. You're an animating, zookeeping, game making author.
Oh, thank you, Marcia.
Is-
That's going on my resume.
There you go.
What do you do? That's what I do.
Just that screen cap goes on the whole resume. And then just a mic drop.
Yes.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Marcia also says, is quackas?
Oh,
Quokkas.
Yeah.
Quokkas, what's that?
They're adorable.
They're little smiley guys. Little rodent-y
Smiley rodents.
looking dudes.
Nice.
They're really cute.
Listeners may want a platypus.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Platypus are a lot smaller than I think they are. They have them at the
San Diego, right?
Yeah, not at the zoo. The safari park has has 2 platypus, and I always think they're going to be like beaver size, but they're not. They're little cute.
Oh.
They're alright. They're little bit.
Greg, I would pick Francis. He's a great animal. Always nice, great talker, appreciates petting, and always laughs at your jokes.
Oh, that's right. The one hand. Thanks, Greg.
Francis seems plucky. So.
I'm plucky, yeah.
Yeah, she's very plucky. When Crodius says, hey to Crodius, thanks for watching. Well, since humans technically are animals, can you bring another human with you? Sure.
I mean, if you really want to. Yeah.
As long as it's a plucky one.
Yeah, it has to be plucky.
Right.
Yeah.
He also wants to know, this is not going to make any sense to you guys, but will Lady Facelap ever be mentioned on MST? Lady Facelap is a character he created on our show, on lots of our games.
I see.
I don't know. We'll write a whole movie about her, Necrotis. Maybe she will.
You make Face Slap the movie, and then it's up for grabs.
Face Slap.
You can tell already there's 90 minutes of content there. So.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, Matt, what animal would you want to take along?
So my favorite animal growing up was a raccoon, and obviously the space plucky raccoon sidekick thing has kind of been done at this point. So perhaps these days my favorite animal, which would be really hard to make into a space plucky sidekick, is an octopus.
Oh.
Because to me they are overpowered. Like they can camouflage, they can shoot ink, they can open jars, they can do several other crazy things that they can squeeze through tiny spaces.
Some of them are venomous.
Venomous, yeah. Like what is all of that? So if I just needed a sidekick that I knew could do the thing I needed to do, like great, you can sneak under the door, you can open the door from the other side.
It can be like a Sequest sci-fi thing where it's all underwater.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God, Sequest.
Or like
I remember that show.
That's right. I do remember it. And then I don't know, there could be a space, like I feel like things have had space octopus, space squid in them. So if it was just an octopus that could breathe in space,
sure,
that's ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Our good friend Marks, who's also the editor of the anthology we're part of, says octopuses or octopi, maybe, I don't know, are pretty much aliens.
They're both
anyway.
accepted apparently as plural. Octopi and octopuses.
They really are. They're the most alien thing.
They're
I just
so
don't
cool.
even get it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Before I left my job at the aquarium, I got to feed our giant Pacific octopus, and it was the coolest thing.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Your little fuckers on your arm. It was so cool.
What did you feed? A
little chunk of tuna.
Okay.
Oh.
Like reached out of the tank. It's cool.
That's not creepy at all.
Yeah, that made it look creepy, but
They're tentacles.
Yeah, I
You
know.
didn't get it?
I got it.
I got it.
I figured it out. I like. There's one of my favorite videos online is the like guy who was trying to take a picture of the octopus and it grabs the like selfie stick or whatever and just takes the camera and you just watch the octopus like run on versus like, well, I guess that's the octopuses now. Guess they had to have gotten it back eventually, but it's fun.
They're so cool.
Greg says mind flayer equals octopus vampire.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also says my wife would pick the raccoon. Personally, I think they're a pass. I like raccoons. I think they're cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything with little grabby hands.
Right.
It's hard not to love
right.
them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh wait, I totally forgot. Greg had a funny thing earlier when we were talking about though he doesn't want to go to the wedding. He says, "Don't tell him it's my wedding,"
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Nice.
Right.
which is not true. He's been married for like 10 years or something. I think to his lovely wife. Falcor. Oh, Falcor from Never Ending Story.
Yes.
No, right? Yes, right. The dragon.
The good one.
The dragon. Yeah.
Do have friends who have puppies, and one of them is named Falcor.
Nice.
Great name.
Very good.
Great name.
Very good.
All right. Yeah, I think I was thinking lemur. I think I'm going with Lauren, or maybe or a monkey or some kind of like animal like that. Francis, what about you? Who are you taking along?
Look, all I've been getting in my Instagram short stories are videos of red pandas eating food. So a red panda, and having seen it so much, I'm like, I would love a red panda. They look adorable, and they have, they stand up, do all the things, and like, red panda has to be a red panda. So I'm taking with me.
Good choice, everyone.
No negative
Yes.
stories
No.
about red pandas.
No, red pandas are the only thing I could say about red pandas that's not cute is that they are the one animal
Oh.
I don't understand that the amount of food that they consume to the amount of feces that they produce does not add up. They eat this much food and produce this much poop, and I don't know how that happens.
Well, that's their power. That's their
That is
superpower.
Their superpower, and they're really good at it. Like, so good at it.
That's gonna be real fun on your spaceship, Francis.
Right.
It was funny. I remember reading a story about here's where red pandas will come in very handy then.
Okay.
They were planning like, do you remember there was like a plan 5 years ago that some eccentric billionaire, one of them, was planning to send people to Mars, like 100 people or something on a colony thing. And then on the trip back, the problem was the sun would be coming straight in the windows and like would pretty much roast everybody. So the concept was with the materials you had, you would have to build a shield of something to prevent the sun from coming. And the general thought was the best thing to build this shield out of was human fecal matter. So if you had
So you need red pandas.
He's a red
panda
pandas.
with you on this space trip,
Yeah.
it could create.
That is the key to going to Mars. Red pandas,
There you
Red
go.
because the red planet. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. And
that's
they're
right.
super cute. You'll be entertained the whole time.
Exactly.
My other follow-up question is, which animal would you under no circumstance take, knowing what you know about animals, as a plucky
Oh, that's a good
companion?
question.
A penguin.
Oh, really? I love
Really?
penguins.
No,
Aw.
you don't. You think you love penguins, but you don't.
Or how about this? I love to watch penguins.
Okay,
Right,
I'll
right.
take that one. No, penguins. I worked at the aquarium, the New Jersey aquarium, and I worked with penguins, and it was awful.
Wow.
Oh,
You're just
I don't
they
wanna-
have, like their wings are like little rulers, and they will beat you with them. Their beaks are made to catch fish, so they're like hook shaped. There's like a little channel that the top and the bottom like fit like perfectly together. So when they bite you, it really hurts. So and it was, and oh god, and they're smart. Like we would wear the rain boots, and they come up to just a certain part. Right below your knee, and they would just grab you like right at the back of your knee where it's like soft and tender. Like they just knew all your vulnerable parts. They were
Oh, wow, I didn't know they're really. I didn't know they were so intelligent.
they're something else. They're cute and they're fun to watch, but man, to take care of them, they were
Morgan
not-
Freeman did not say that in
No,
the
I doubt that Morgan Freeman ever had to walk among the penguins.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right,
Good point.
watching the footage of them is the
Right.
best way to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. that was-
From the chat here, Marsha, I like this like otters. I've been obsessed.
Otters are
I love watching otters too. Actually, They're
Otters are
awesome.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to
otters are super-
bring 2 of them so they can hold hands. right?
Yes. Well, it's the sea otters.
Sea otters
Only
do
the
that.
sea otters
Oh,
do that.
okay.
That's the ones I like. Sea otters. Yeah.
They
They hold
I
hands, really?
Yeah, they call it rafting. So when they're in the sea and they want to take a nap or something, they hold their little hands, and so they all stay together. It's if you look up a picture of it, if you've never seen it, you'll die. It's the cutest thing ever. It's so cute.
Wow,
But I worked
know
with
that.
giant river otters, which are from South America, and they're like the loudest thing in the world. So I told people, imagine like what like a squealy car bit like a belt sounds like. So like, put your head in the engine right next to it, and that's what working with giant river otters is like. Ooh. So take the cute North American river otters or the sea otters, not the giant river.
All right, we'll make note.
Yes,
sea otters only.
Right, because we're both planning to become zookeepers. So.
Space adventures.
I will. If you have questions about your plucky space companion, send them to me.
Exactly.
Help you out.
Tammy says, "Take Falcar, but save Artax," which is we always confuse as Francis the horse, right? The horse.
Yes.
Yes.
Artax is not the boy. He's
not the
horse.
boy. He's the horse. Atreyu
is the boy.
Atreyu is the boy.
Right. Not the horse.
Necronius wants to bring Beast Boy. Then you have all the animals. Pluck, yeah. Good
point.
Choice.
That's a very good point.
This through.
Yeah.
Take a kangaroo. You can spar with it.
Ooh.
Why? Did you ever work with kangaroos?
Sure did.
Are they like people say? Are they like they can definitely be quite violent?
The boys can. For sure. Yeah. We had one boy and he had his bunch of ladies and the ladies are fine. But the boy you had
a bunch of ladies, his harem.
And
those two boys can't be in the same space together.
No, they won't like that. They'll spar with each other. But yeah, so we like you never wanted, his name was Dan. You never wanted to have your back to Dan. You needed to make sure you knew where he was at all times. So can I ask you guys this, as far as animal names are concerned? Animals with people names, pretty much the best thing, right?
Yeah, I'm cool. I have no issue with
when animals have a person name. So like I worked with a kangaroo named Dan, a gorilla named Lewis. Like they're all like my favorite. I love it when they have people names.
No, that's all. Yeah. No, I'm with it. I'm down with that.
There was was there a policy of naming them based on the country they were from and stuff like that? Or
so we had to be careful because a lot of times people wanted to use like words from different languages and stuff, and we're like, you got to be careful about that because like you never know what they kind of mean. So we kind of it kind of got to a point where we wanted to go in that direction. Previously, you could just name them whatever you wanted. It didn't really matter.
Dan the kangaroo.
Dan the kangaroo. We had a bunch of kangaroos named after Philadelphia Phillies players because the keeper who took care of them really liked
John
Phillies.
Kruk the kangaroo.
Well, no, more of the newer ones. We had like Hunter.
A
bunch of them. And yeah, so we do like places. So like a mountain range or a river or things, use names of things instead of, just whatever this word means. Because it's a little bit safer. So that's usually how they did it. But again, like if you wanted to name your gorilla Lewis, you probably could. I don't think they would be upset about that.
All right, let's get lots of chatting going on here. Matt would say Draco from Dragonheart, a dragon that speaks like Sean Connery, is the ultimate partner for Avenger. Oh, Francis, what does he sound like?
God. He sounds like a submarine captain, a Russian submarine captain.
Yeah,
give me your heart.
I remember the trailer with "I am the last one."
I am the last one. You named yourself after your dog. No, wait, wrong movie.
But that's a good segue because next week it's our big Indiana Jones spectacular because the new movie's coming out.
Oh yeah, nice. Yes.
Marks liked raccoons until they tore up her house roof, costing thousands of dollars. Now they are my arch nemesis. Only Rocket gets a pass.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. He's been through enough.
You understand.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a sci-fi where people go into battle and they don't talk about power fuel, they talk about remaining red pandas?
They need to build the shield.
We have our next trilogy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the currency, red pandas.
Yeah.
Other people who things they don't want to take with them are Tiny Dog or Wolverine.
It's good, yes.
A chimp where they're throwing feces or trying to rip your face off. They can go to Hades. Wow.
Oh.
Yikes.
No thanks.
Right. Penguins are foul. Yes, he likes to make his foul jokes every day because of the duck in that right-hand corner here.
I see.
Yes. I can start to see the D&D, the role-playing game full of bad puns forming here. I love it.
Necrodius had a penguin deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it was a vicious deck. Penguins are mean. Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, there you go.
These people understand me.
Whoever designed
They
Yu-Gi-Oh!
know.
The penguin.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, there you go. But penguins are one of his favorite animals. So there you go. All right, good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Loudest thing in the world next to Gilbert. Oh, Gilbert Godfrey. He just passed away, though.
Did he really?
He
He passed away like a few months ago.
I missed that completely.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I totally missed that. Wow.
I miss good old
God,
Gilbert.
just-
I like that him as Iago specifically was different than him as any other. Like he was still basically
As the Aflac duck.
Yeah.
As
right.
Her kitten is named Ginny. Is that like
Ginny's
Ginny,
a good
Ginny
name.
Weasley?
Animal names. Ginny, cute.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. Lister's Mate actually named his dog after a character from my web series, Captain Amazing. The name was named one of the characters, and which is nice. The kitten is named Nugget, which is also a nice
That's
name.
a cute name.
We were
ZD
saying
is his cat. Oh, that's a good name.
Oh,
That
ZD
cat.
is a good one.
ZD is a good one.
Little moron, he calls him.
Call him A, call him
Is
B.
it a ginger cat? I bet it is.
Greg has a feeling he's going to watch the latest Indy 4 times. That means he thinks he's going to hate it. That's the only time he rewatches movies that many times.
Yes.
Oh, a capybara. Those are actually really cute.
Capybara are the best.
Oh, there you
First
go.
time,
I saw those in San Diego. Yeah.
yeah. Do you have a capybara story? I didn't want to step on your story.
Oh no, I worked with a couple different capybara, but one of the first animals I worked with at all when I was a zookeeper was a capybara named Rosie, and she was really cute.
That's a
She
cute
loved
name.
butt scratches, and she was.
Who doesn't?
I like the rhino at the
Oh yeah,
Philly
Tony.
Zoo. Tony.
Another people named animal.
Tony the Rhino.
Tony the Rhino.
They had a barbecue brush that you could
Yeah,
scratch the rhino with.
You could
He
do
loved it.
one of those things, like
Did you
you
say
could-
a barbecue brush?
Yeah, like so you could do those like meet the animal kinds of things, and most of the time you pay whatever you pay, and they take you back to meet them, and a lot of times we'll give them food because that's their favorite reward. But like Tony didn't really care; he didn't really want treats, but he loved to be scratched. But rhinos have that really thick skin, so we'd have to get like the brushes, like the big bristle brushes to scratch him with, and he'd stand there.
He
all
would
day.
like back himself up to the post.
Yeah,
so
he'd
he
like
would-
back up,
if
and
he
then you
saw the
scratch
brush
one
and things,
side,
yeah.
and then you turn around and you scratch the other side. He was great.
Oh, that's the way to go.
Why is it called a barbecue brush?
Well, no, like,
like
the one you like clean your grill with. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
you're just- okay.
like
Oh,
that.
Jeff, you.
I don't know.
That's what Matt, you're calling it. I see. I got
I
you.
don't know. What is it
I
called?
thought that was the official name of it.
Is it called something? I don't know.
Probably, I don't know. It
I don't
probably
know.
has a name.
No, I get what you mean now. I was
Yeah,
just thinking, like, are we getting like barbecue food? Is he eating barbecue food?
Oh,
Like, what do you-
I see. I get it. I was going to say.
I
about
love a good
capybara.
barbecue.
The first time I heard about a capybara was on the animated series The Tick back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Tick had a capybara named Speak because he hallucinated that Speak was speaking to him in the jungle. And he's like, I'll name you Speak because that's what you do.
Did he ever again?
Tick imagined that he
Okay.
like dreamed that he spoke
Okay.
and stuff. And Arthur was always like, no, this is just
Just a
get this
capybara?
horrible rat out of the apartment. Tick's like, nope, gonna be my next sidekick.
Love it.
So Greg, who is a huge barbecuer, thinks it's called a grill brush.
Oh, all
Grill
right,
brush.
Hmm.
Right, I believe that.
Jeff, I wasn't thinking they were going to barbecue the rhino. I was thinking they were going to give him barbecue.
Yeah.
Jeez. Aren't rhinos dangerous, or is that hippo? Hippos are dangerous, right?
Hippos are very dangerous. Yeah, they will,
Eat you.
over people's boats and stuff in the river. And rhinos can be dangerous too, but we never went in with any of the animals. So we are rubbing them with brushes, but think of the big concrete bollards. So there was always some kind of separation between us and the animals if we were interacting with them.
Well, you mean like some animals you would go in with, right?
Yeah,
Some-
the ones that were, some smaller primates, the red pandas, they were fine. But it always depended. Like some capybara you can go in and some you can't. So we always, err on the side of safety, and some we go in with and some you just don't.
Right. Like gazelles and things are
Oh,
fine.
Yeah. But like
bears
giraffe,
and-
giraffe, no, we don't go in with them.
Oh, really? I didn't know
yeah,
giraffes
they
were
can give a
dangerous.
pretty good kick. So, and they're so tall.
They've got really big legs.
They do have very long legs.
Makes sense.
Mark's named his cat after Veronica Mars.
Oh, there you go.
Veronica's good name.
Nice. Yeah, that works.
Good pet names, guys. Love it.
I like how with dogs, the bigger the dog, the smaller the name. So you have like the huge dog named like Bob or Fred, and then like the little tiny dog is like Sir Higgity Puffington.
Sir Higgity Puffington.
No, what I'd name.
Good. That's a good. Yeah, you gotta write. Put that into your Parallax. Have a dog name that in Parallax.
Screenwriter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's always gold on the first draft. Everything.
No
rewrites. No.
Never.
Pierre remembers the old Tick cartoon. Pierre, you still need to tell us though. Are you in France right now or somewhere else?
I don't know.
That's what we asked at the very beginning of the show.
He left for a second.
Okay.
Wait, what is this? Did Gilbert Godfrey voice the good bird on PBS's Cyber Chase? I don't even know that show. What is that?
I don't know.
Christopher Lloyd was a villain. Wow.
Yeah, I would have watched whatever Cyber Chase is. That's and Christopher Lloyd and Gilbert Gottfried. I'm in.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a great cast already, and name.
Wait, if a giraffe knew Taekwondo, they would be unstoppable. Could destroy cars like.
I like that it has the bonus level, and then it just jumps on the car and crushes it flat in 1 second. It's like, I guess you won. Good work with that.
That's good. Because Rance and I have been playing a bunch of Street Fighter 6, the new one lately.
That's right.
You get to beat up a car in that one.
You do.
Yes, you do. Get to be
it was a semi truck. I think.
It's still a car though.
It's still, yeah, but whatever. Same idea.
Yeah. Gamers are more sophisticated these days. You get a bigger thing to beat up.
Right.
Yeah. Not a sedan.
Oh, he's in Memphis. Okay, that's not France at all.
No, that's not at all. All right.
That's good. Well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed Memphis.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right, let's go to let's thank our Patreons. That's what we got to do, Francis.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Yes, of course. We really appreciate it. Folks, if you would like to support us, you can go to patreon.com/supergeekedup. You can pledge a monthly amount and get cool perks like you can come up with a geeky question answer. You get a shout out like on the show like we're about to do if you're a super shout out patron at $10 or more a month. You can go there any amount. It's really helpful to us. We appreciate it very much. If you like to just make a one-time thing, you can also do a super chat, which is below your chat thing there on YouTube. You see a little $. You can do that. It'll show up all highlighted. You look super cool in the chat. I mean, you're always super cool. Of course,
too will be a red panda.
That's right.
Yes, and you don't even have to poop.
You don't have to poo or anything.
You can.
You can, and actually you should. You should
right,
poop.
Right.
Probably not on the stream, but
No.
Point.
You can put poop emojis as your highlighted thing though if you like.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Francis, what's our theme going to be for this Patreon shout out this week?
I mean, I feel like it has to be animals, right?
Yes.
Right?
Oh, okay, good. So I think maybe should Lauren give us an animal name for each one and we'll do it or something, you think?
Oh, just name an animal or I'm
Name-
thinking an animal for each
Oh, can you see the list? Yeah.
person.
Give us an animal for each person there on the list.
Okay.
So we're starting with our good buddy Craig Allen Poole.
He's going to be a Burmese python.
Oh, Craig, you're a Burmese python. Ooh, that sounds.
You're gonna love that.
Yes.
Great. Yeah.
Wait, do British?
You can
people
wrap
like-
around and hug us, Craig, with your long.
So tightly
body.
that you won't be able to breathe.
Great.
Can we rethink that?
Yeah, right.
You may not.
These are all going to be
You may
deadly,
not want to give
apparently.
Craig a hug.
I think I'm all deadly. Yeah.
Who's next, Francis?
Well, Rachel. I mean, am I just saying the
Just the
name?
name, just the
Oh
name,
yeah.
yeah.
Roll Rachel J. What animal will Rachel J be?
She's going to be an ocelot.
Oh.
Oh, wait,
Just
what
like
are those
a-
again? What do they look? What are they?
They're like little cute spotted cats.
Ah, yes.
And they have a
Ocelot.
revolver and they shoot things.
Yes.
What?
You do what?
What's
In
ocelot?
a game called Metal Gear Solid, there's a
Oh, yes.
there's a
all right.
name by the name of revolver
okay.
ocelot.
Right.
That's you, Rachel J. You're the revolver.
All right, and she's in the chat right now. Tammy Anderson. What animal is Tammy?
Tammy is going to be a. I know. I'm like trying to think of the coolest animals that I've worked with. Maned wolf.
A what? Maywolf?
A maned wolf,
Maned wolf.
which is not a wolf, but
What is it?
it's a canid. It's a type of wild dog, but it kind of looks like a fox on stilts. They're pretty cool.
Fox on stilts. Wow, nice.
Oh, you know what you have to do with wild dogs. Woo, 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 woo.
Dog pound, yeah.
Pound.
Yeah.
And what about for Johnny Pappas? What would Johnny Pappas be?
Asiatic black bear.
That actually fits.
All right.
I feel so. That
Because
man
because his chest is so hairy.
just yes. Yes.
Sorry, Johnny. All right, going to
the scenes of this show, I don't know.
Yeah.
going to Terry Field.
Spectacled langur.
Spectacle Langer.
Is
What's
that
a langur?
I love learning new.
What's a langer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's a
They're cute.
langer?
They're like a medium-sized primate, and they look like they're wearing glasses.
Oh, that's why the spectacles. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I thought they were the Langoliers, but I guess I was.
You thought they were the Stephen King, starred in the Stephen King book? All right, who's last there, Francis?
Well, of course, Jalou, a fellow Sandigan.
Gotta come up with a really good one.
Yes, because I'm sure he's been to San Diego Zoo a lot of times.
Yeah.
Gray seal.
Oh, Gray Seal.
I loved Kiss from a Rose. It was great. Thank you so much for that, Jalou.
Yeah.
So wait, how are Gray Seals different than like harbor seals or?
Yeah, they're bigger. They actually make different noises, believe it or not. But yeah, I actually worked with both grays and harbor seals when I worked at the aquarium, so they were pretty cool.
Nice. That's awesome. There you go, Jalou. By the way, when I was living in San Diego, one of my favorite things is going to La Jolla, and all the seals and sea lions were just laying out all along the sand there. It was
Are the sea lions the loud, like?
Yes.
Yeah. They were so loud.
Yeah, they make that barking sound. Seals don't make that barking sound.
That's why I prefer seals.
They're much quieter, much more low key.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
Generally, or
The gray seals are pretty big,
Okay.
and the sea lions walk. They move around a little differently. So there's similarities, differences.
all right.
All right, awesome. Thank you for that. Good. There you go, folks. You're all those cool animals from our expert zookeeper here.
Yes.
I think this is the first time we've had a zookeeper on the show, actually. Right?
Very first, actually. Very first.
Awesome, folks. You can go to patreon.com/super-geeked up. Maybe we'll name the Patreon levels after these animals from now on.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Why not?
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, folks, it's time for our last game of the night, and this is where Matt cannot look at the chat.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna look
I'll
at the
look
chat,
away,
and then
I
I'll
guess.
until I pick one.
So, folks, here's what we need you to do. We're going to play Let's Geek It On dating game. I'm sorry, Francis, you're supposed to introduce this. I'm taking
Right. All right. We're about to play Let's Geek It On, where we're going to have Matt here be our eligible.
He's running away.
Running away with his mug, bachelor, to ask us 3 questions, and we're going to be characters that you in the audience will get to choose for us. We'll pick from your list of characters. So go ahead and put them into the chat right now.
Like Lister's Mate already did, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Lister's Mate.
Put in characters there, and Lauren, Francis, and I will choose one each.
Yes. And well, that's happening. There is a lot of chat going on today. Yeah.
Sea lions in Monterey Bay were so cool when I was. You still can't look, Matt.
I'm not looking. But that's in my drink yet.
All right, so we're gonna get some suggestions there, and then Matt. Once we get these, Matt will ask us some dating questions. We'll answer in character. Sorry,
Can I be that one?
The one that Greg just put.
Yes.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
can, yeah, totally,
Right.
totally.
I picked mine.
All right,
All
so
right.
Okay.
so you're on the okay, Greg, Matt, you can look now.
Look now.
Yeah,
Okay.
good luck.
All right.
All right, but we need Francis and I need some, so keep putting them in there, folks. And oh boy, Matt, you're already gonna have a nice time here.
So this is me guessing the characters
You're
you
gonna
all
ask-
are after
yes,
I
yeah.
ask the questions. Okay, got it. Fun.
All right, let's see here. I think I have mine, Francis.
Oh, okay. Oh, you do already.
Yes.
Listen, I'm so.
Oh, you jerk!
I won't. No, I'm not gonna pick that. But I love that that was an option. No, I'm gonna wait for at least a couple more here, and then I'll go ahead and pick one. Greg. Okay. All right. I'm sensing a theme though. I don't know if you are, but I'm sensing a theme.
All right. All right. We all good? We all got our characters?
I am ready. I am ready. Yeah.
All right. So, okay. So this is Let's Geeking on Dating game. So Matt, you can just ask. I guess I'll be batch 1, Francis batch 2, Lauren batch 3, and you can ask your first question.
Oh, okay. So I ask each one of you not to.
Well, here's the thing. You can ask one question and we can all answer it if you like, if that's easier. That's usually how we do it. Or you can ask different ones if you prefer.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm curious to hear from everybody about all of these questions. So.
Okay.
Oh, is this the theme song, Greg? I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is.
I like it. Either way, it works for me.
Right, sure, why not?
We've all made it up in our heads.
Great. Yeah, we've all invented 4 totally different songs right there. All right. So where would you choose to take me on a first date?
Okay, start with me.
Yeah.
Oh, on a first date, well, we would go into space, and we would hang out with all these cool species that I created, because I'm an amazing author. And
I don't know who you picked.
I know you don't. I don't know if anybody is. And I would introduce you to all these amazing species and races, even though they're only in my head really right now, but they're totally real. And we'd have a great time.
Okay. Very cool. Bachelor number 2.
Well, I'd say we'd go out and maybe stroll around the jungle. Maybe we'd dance around some vines. Maybe you'd walk around half naked. I don't care. We'd just have a good time.
Were you singing?
All right. Then.
Okay, good.
Sure. Bachelorette number 3, I guess.
I would also take you to the
Wow. All right.
and we would play hide and seek, and I would come find you.
All right. Great. Definitely, totally know who all of these people are.
I know we're making it so easy on you.
Very, very good and easy. So, is there any pattern to these at all? These are any fictional characters, or
Keep asking, and we'll try to make it easier for you. We'll try to make it easier for you as we go on.
Yeah.
We usually the first one we usually keep kind of vague.
I get it. All right. So, if you were to pick me up to go somewhere, what vehicle would you arrive in?
I would use a Jeep because it's real good. Getting around anywhere there's animals. It's real handy. I'd be wearing a really geeky gamer shirt, like a retro 8-bit shirt. And Francis reaction. Sorry.
I saw the list,
and I might do a nice animated drawing for you of you, because I totally studied that, even though it was pretty much worthless, but it was really helpful. It might be a nice drawing that I could make of yourself.
Okay, great.
Where I'm from, I don't have a vehicle. We would just, lay on the lazy river and we just relax and float and just have not a care in the world. Because why would we? We got nowhere to go. We got nothing to do. That's how I roll.
I actually also don't know who you are.
I'm glad that even the people who saw the list have no idea who these characters are.
Right, number 3.
Number 3.
It's so weird. Everybody keeps stealing my answers. I would also have a Jeep, except you would have to drive it because I'm too big. I'm very tall. I'm like 2 stories tall, and my arms are so short that I can't reach the steering wheel. So you could drive the Jeep, and I would chase it.
All right, I've got one.
I like how he's making notes. I think this first person to make notes. This is great.
First time, yeah. I love it. I love it.
All right, great.
One more question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe 10 more if you need it.
Right. Yeah.
I think I got 1 out of 3. what is your favorite breakfast food?
My favorite breakfast food. Let's see.
I know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yes, I think batch 3. Could you help me out here? Batch 3. What do you think my favorite breakfast food is?
They're magically delicious.
Oh yes, thank you. Oh my God, I had a little amnesia there for a minute. Lucky Charms. I love Lucky Charms. Man, I can just eat a whole box in a day. I imagine I could anyway. While I'm writing my book, of course, I like to eat while I write my book. Francis is still.
I know, but it's just like I didn't see that on the list. I'm like, where did that come from?
It was there. I'll show you. Yeah, so I write really cool books. They get picked up immediately, or maybe like 10 years after I wrote it, actually, or so, a few years. So it's going to be turned into a really amazing game system, and and everyone's going to love it.
Wow, Batch 1 sounds like a really cool person.
Yeah, even I figured it out now. Well, I like to eat. I like the bare necessities.
Okay.
And honey, some children. I don't actively eat children, but sometimes they hang out and we gotta find something. So yeah, mostly honey, and singing. I like to eat a lot of singing. That's what I like to do.
Yes, good. And number 3.
My favorite thing to eat would be a goat tied to a little chain that lifts up out of the ground. It's my favorite breakfast.
Good.
All right. Can you guess?
I've got some guesses. Bachelorette number 3 here is a T-Rex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. From Jurassic Park
specifically.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Wait, I like that voice, by the way. I didn't know that's what the T-Rex
like
sounded
That's
like.
what
The
that's
2 stories tall and the little tiny arms was a good. You
Hoping
can't
the
drive
goat out of
anything.
the
Yeah, the
ground would
goat.
be-
I think by the time you got there,
Okay.
that was awful. So I figured it was going to be goat or people. So people on
Oh,
the
yeah.
Oh, the
toilet.
toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2 was Baloo the bear. Okay, good.
Yes.
I was even after clue 1, I was like, the only thing I could think is Baloo the bear, but that seems really unlikely. So good, you got it. Nicely done. And Bachelor number 1 is Lauren.
Well, I'm an animating, zookeeping, game-making author who may be named Lauren.
Got it. All right.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't see
all
that.
right.
That's really funny.
Nice.
Yeah, very good. So, well done, everybody.
Right,
Love
loved
it.
That was
Great.
funny. Well done.
Very good guessing. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for those suggestions.
Thank
was
you.
fun.
Amazing. That was great.
Oh, okay. While this was going on, she says, "Hello, this is great." Yeah, I have no idea who Francis is at the moment. This was
Oh,
earlier.
Yeah, he was the biggest mystery. Well, actually, I think Jeff was the biggest mystery.
I know. Sorry, I was like, as I did, I was like, wait, I actually don't really know anything about Lauren except what she's told me on the show.
I'm glad I asked that question. That was a good one. So, all right.
She was actually trying to mouth it to me, and I'm like, what did she just say? Damn it!
Your face on the screen. It doesn't work that way. Yeah.
Oh, she did get it. You were Baloo. All right,
there
there
you
you go.
go.
She
Yeah,
did
there
get
you
it. Oh, Chris Anth figured it out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tammy, yes, also said bare necessities. Very nice.
I want to see Baloo eat some children.
Yeah, children. I don't know. That lawyer probably tasted pretty good. Chris Anth
That's
says.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, and Acrodius knew it was either the raptor or the T-Rex. Well, when we got the goat lifted up, it's got to be.
Yeah.
No. Oh, they drop a cow in the. They drop a cow in the beginning.
Oh, but wait, isn't there's a goat sometime too, though, right?
Yeah, when they're trying to lure the T-Rex
Oh,
out.
yeah. They raised the goat, right?
Some platform under
Yes.
the ground.
I just like All right, awesome. There you go, folks. That was Let's Geek It On dating game.
Woo!
Excellent.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, most people don't guess all three. Actually, so good job.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with very talented actors.
Well, I don't know.
Especially
You had
that
one
T-Rex.
talented T-Rex actor.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was just saying.
you should be cast the next if they do more Jurassic World movies.
Oh God, I would love
There
to
you
do
go.
T-Rex.
Okay, yeah, just do the mocap for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like Benedict.
And you're just like, yeah, I know it's not needed, but I'm going to do this voice while I do the mocap.
Right.
It helps me get into character.
Yes. I mean, you're right. Benedict Cumberbatch did a
Oh.
hell of a thing.
Did you see any of the videos of him doing Smog?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
No,
yeah.
does he? What does
Oh
he
my
really
God.
get into it?
Like in his little suit, and he's
Like
like crawling
crawling.
around on the ground. Like, oh, it's hilarious.
Kept saying penguin. It was awful.
Amazing.
You can't
What
say
is,
penguin.
wait, what is this?
That's from the beginning of the
Oh.
movie. Shoot!
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Awesome.
My
Wait, what? You want Super Geeked Up on MST3K? What? But we're not a movie. We're just,
MS got 3K. Love it. Yep, that works.
especially us. All right. Cool. All right. I guess that's our whole show for tonight, folks. So super thanks to Matt and Lauren for coming on and being awesome. Yes.
Thank you guys for having us.
fun.
This was really awesome.
Oh, of course. Thanks for coming on.
Mhm.
Thank you, everyone else who
Yeah.
is making this an amazing show.
You
So,
guys are super.
it's a
fun
great
too.
audience. Great.
Yes, I agree. We have the most amazing audience. So thank you guys all in the chat. Thank you if you're watching in post. Wait, what? There's a version of Jurassic Park where they replace T-Rex with a cat?
Yeah, it's not. There's not a. That's
Not a-
it's a YouTube video.
He's like, what cut is this?
You know, like when they replaced the guns in ET with walkie-talkie.
With walkie-talkies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the new draft.
Yes, actually, thank you, Greg. Greg meant to do this on Art of the Roll last week.
Oh yeah.
Paul, who's a frequent viewer of this show and actually helped me get in, that's how he introduced me to Greg, and now we do things with Art of the Roll. Unfortunately, was re-diagnosed with cancer last week. So our best, he is out now, though. He's doing better.
He's
but
doing
our
better,
best wishes to him and recovering from that again. You know, he kicked it once, so I hope you kick it again there, Paul. So our thoughts go out to him. And to JC Mastro, who actually just finished, our good friend, he just finished his last round of chemo actually last week. So hopefully he's doing good too. All right. So
And they
best
did a
thoughts.
whole thing. They did like a bridge and everything.
That was amazing. The nurses, like they really gave him an amazing send off. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
was
always
awesome.
fun.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
What a great staff in
Yeah.
the hospital. Yes, it was the cat cut of Jurassic Park.
Mhm. Yep, I remember that one.
Yes, that was so good. All right, folks. Oh, hey, let me give some links again here before we go.
Which is also an animal.
Cinevore.com. What, a cat is an animal?
You said yeah, links.
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 Oh, links. Yes, it is. I get it. Is Cinevore.com. You can find all about their stuff and the Parallax books. Hopefully, you'll be able to get soon. And
Yes, we will keep everyone updated as that stuff
And-
progresses. And on
and
the
hope-
RPG. So
yeah, hopefully they'll come on here or the roll. We can test that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah,
we
stay in
will
touch.
we will stay in touch. We'll be back at some point, I hope.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, you guys are welcome back anytime. Absolutely.
All right.
I can bother you on Twitter anytime or Instagram, whatever, anytime I
All of those
want.
things.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Totally you can, and that goes for everyone. Love being bothered. So do it.
That's so nice of you, Chrysanth. Thank you very much
Oh,
for
yeah.
taking Paul and your thoughts. Appreciate it. All right, Francis. Oh, let's give some links for you. Where can they find you?
Can they? Oh,
Where can they? I know they can. Where
Oh,
can they?
Jeez, freak me out. Yes. Hey, look, I'm at AKA the other guy on Twitter, Instagram. Yes, check out the most generic podcast on the internet with Points of Interest podcast every Tuesday at 6:45 ish because we are never on time Pacific for shenanigans there. Oh, and Sincere Sarcasm button is my website. Check it out. We have a link to.
Yes, I just had it. God damn it, where'd it go? Here it is. There it is. That's our anthology
say
book.
no.
Francis and I have stories in that. Marks, who's in the chat, is the publisher and editor
cool.
Very cool.
of that.
Yeah.
Wait, Tales of Monstrosity, Monsters, Myths, and Miscreants came out recently. And you can get at this link right here at your favorite digital bookstore. Or you can get it in paperback from Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
And you look really closely, like in the mist, there's like a boat.
No, that's an inside joke for our last anthology that he always likes to do. No boats, folks. Sorry, but lots of 19 awesome monster stories. That's what you'll
No
get.
boats.
Very talented authors. Yeah. So there you go. And you also go to Super Geeked Up or Sincere Sarcasm. Those links are right on the home pages of those as well to the book. And thank you everyone who's already got it. Appreciate it. All right. Supergeekedup.com, of course, is the link where you can find all our other stuff. And remember, folks, if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up, like the video, subscribe if you're new, do the bell, do all the stuff,
All the things.
All the things.
Or up there.
All the Riz things. That doesn't really make sense. But
the Riz, yes.
What is Riz? Having game, right?
That's what that game. Is. Being Rico Suave.
Yes.
Yes.
Rico
Suave. So suave.
So much Riz up in this.
Lots of Riz. This is the Riz section up here.
The Riz.
Were you pointing to yourself or to Lauren?
No, I meant to point
the whole
all
area.
of it. All everything. Yes, absolutely. The Riz section.
The Riz section.
It's only a matter of time before bars have that by default. So.
Right. It's like the special area you're only specifically allowed in.
The Riz section.
All
the drip right here.
Mm-hmm. That still sounds gross to me.
It does. It doesn't sound good. I know. Yes.
It's not working. So.
No.
All right, cool. We got everything, Francis. I didn't forget anything. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Next week, I guess it's going to be our kind of Indiana Jones themed extravaganza because just before Dial of Destiny comes out, I believe I'll confirm this, but Amalia Lewis, I believe, which is one of our favorite guests, is going to come back on because she loves Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So
maybe she'll bring a rotary phone for the episode.
Because the dial.
I still think it's going to be a rotary phone. That's my guess.
Well, I was trying to figure out because I was watching. There was a marathon of it, and I was watching all of them. And Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was, I believe, set in the 50s. It's based on timeline. This probably has to be what 70s. You think? Do you know
it
when
goes
we
back
set
in
it?
time. It's a time travel. It has a time. It has.
But it's
time
also
travel.
set in his current age, right? He would be. It has to be.
I have no idea.
Goes back in time. All right, I don't know. Never mind. I'll just find out when I watch.
When we
it.
see the rotary phone, we'll find out.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Tammy, yes. Well, Amalia is famous for her sock stripping on our show, so hopefully there will be socks. Yes.
All right. Look, Listener is yelling, so we
I
might
know.
as well.
I was gonna let the up to you. I don't.
Look. I know we've been saying a lot of all the sad stuff, and I try not to. And we have all the
Yes.
but actually it's a lot of positive stuff because people are getting better, people are doing well.
That's right.
But yeah, hey, I'm starting dialysis next week, so why not? Give me a kidney.
That's
That'd be
not
cool.
a great positive thing, but
yeah, but still, it's a thing. Hey, look, I've always kept positive. You got to smile. I got a smile on my face. I'm always chipper and cheery. Even though it's a weird experience. Take care of your bodies, kids. You only got one, and you got two kidneys, so give me one. Just one.
Right.
It's under the. Look, yeah. Hey, sometimes it gets under the couch. Maybe between the cushions. If you happen to find one, just lying around.
Or no, someone in the chat might have three.
You never know. Know.
Maybe like the woman from Total Recall.
That's right. She had
three kidneys.
It didn't come up much in the story, but it was there.
Right. They were focused on something else about her, not her three kidneys.
All right. So go to, do you have the link for that one?
I do.
There you go. Use kidneydonor.org. Francis Fernandez is my name. Go to put my birth date. It'll say it's me. If you have a kidney available, I'll gladly, so I can do this more. I'll gladly thank you with pie or cake.
Oh, pie. Nice. That's
one or the other. I mean, whatever one you like, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, folks, again, go to the site. This is just filling out a form. It's not obligating you to anything, just to see if you're eligible. Put Francis Fernandez's name and his birthday. That's what we need to know, so he would get the kidney. You're not old. You're young. You're a young lad. You look young. So, yes. And thank you, folks, for wanting to help Francis in the chat.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for shouting it out there. Listeners may appreciate that.
Power Positive Thinking. Oh, her father-in-law had one. Huge help. I wish you all the best, friends. There you go. Good.
Thank you so much,
See,
Marsha.
people are successfully having them. Great.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
It's a thing.
All right, folks. Yes, we thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it very much. We will see you next Wednesday, of course, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, to talk some Indiana Jones and more geeky fun. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. Bye.